All right. Next thing, the monthly mailing to your sphere. I'm going to ask again, because this is all pretty much anonymous. You guys can be honest with me. How many people here have mailed anything to your sphere of influence from our library or anything that you created yourself? Okay, 5, 6, 7. All right, good. See, 11, 13, 15. All right, so we got some people that have done some mailings. I want to reinforce this and show you again where this stuff is located. All right, so let's see. You're in the course. Well, it's also available here. It's also in the course. I estimate that there were a gazillion postcards that went out in the last 3 weeks saying Happy New Year, okay, to realtors' spheres of influence. Happy New Year. Nothing wrong with that, because your intention is to just remind them that you're here, right? Remind them that you're in the business, and if they are looking to move, that's probably unlikely if they're looking to move, but more likely they know somebody who is thinking about moving, and so they're going to refer you. So the objective of that card is simply to remind them that you're around and get your contact information in front of them, right? That's the purpose of the card. And to minimize the chances you're going to see them at the supermarket and they're going to say, hey, great news, my sister just moved into town. It's like, thanks a lot, jerk. You're supposed to send them to me, right? So that's what you do it for. If you send this card instead, what does it feel like to buy low? I am now a real estate investment specialist. Okay? It accomplishes the exact same thing. 100% of the value of Happy New Year is accomplished by this because your name is on it, your face is on it, your contact information is on it, you tap them on the shoulder, you accomplish everything you would have accomplished with a move your clocks back, or the price of stamps has gone up 2 cents, so here's a box of 2-cent stamps. There's all kinds of stuff that we do in this business just to remind them we exist. But you can merchandise yourself differently by sending this out and saying, are you interested in having a conversation about securing your future using real estate investment? Right? They're out there. People are out there. You can right-click on this card. You can copy this image. You can then paste this image into an email body. I'm just going to put it in Word so you can see that I can go into my email, and now I have an e-card. So use these things as e-cards in your email system and send the damn thing out. I don't care if you do it by mail or by email, but do it. Instead of sending whatever you were otherwise going to send, do me a favor and do yourself a favor. Engage them with one of these cards. We busted our butts to come up with 50 designs that are all cool, that all have an interesting spin, and if you send these things out, you're going to find that people that you didn't expect are going to respond. So I'm hoping, I won't ask you every time, but I'm hoping that you are writing this down saying, that seems painless enough. I'll skip the happy, St. Patrick's Day, and I'll send out what does it feel like to buy low or get in the game and see if I can turn an investor out of thin air. Okay, Investor Center. Let's go over to the web. Craigslist is a great place to advertise investment property. Okay, still thinks I'm in Colorado Springs, fine. Now, let me ask you this. How many people on this call, I'm going to put your hands down again, how many of you have advertised, not investment stuff, just advertised anything on Craigslist? So you put listings on Craigslist. All right, yeah, this is not a new topic, right? Again, this whole idea is that the things that you already know work also work for investing. You look in Craigslist, and right here, right dead center is housing. But look how funny this is. Apartments, housing, rooms, shared, sublets, housing wanted. How in the hell did housing swap make it onto Craigslist, but investment property didn't? Like it's getting to the point where like it's fatiguing at how much of a blind spot this world has when it comes to buying houses to rent them out. But you know that when you go onto Craigslist, what you want to do is pick different areas within your area. You can go in, and I would say pick a day of the week and take your Investor Center and put it out there in any number of different areas in your community and say, take a free course on investment real estate, click here. And then the next day, run an ad that says, try out the case study calculator and send them to your Investor Center to play with the case study calculator. And take 20 minutes a week, every week, to put those ads out on Craigslist in different various areas. People are doing this, and it's working, and oh, by the way, it's also free. Okay, so please, I'm begging you, If this appeals to you, if you already do Craigslist advertising, there's 40 some odd people who said yes to that. So if you do that, do yourself a favor and take an extra couple of minutes and run some ads on investment real estate and watch the people turn up. If you're not getting results in your investor center, then market it. You know, don't just put it on your website and let it sit there, or worse, do nothing with it. You know, put it out there and attract people. All right, Facebook ads. I use Facebook ads. Facebook ads are really cool, and they're really cost effective. And I just want to show you, I go to my Facebook my Facebook page, go to the home. See over here, under apps, it says ads. If I click on ads, I can, in minutes, create an ad on Facebook. Now again, I was in Colorado Springs this week, and so here it is again. I showed those folks how to do this. Let me show you what this looks like. The ad design is really, really simple, but the important thing is the targeting capability. So I have to give it a second to catch up. I know that Facebook takes a minute to catch up to me. Okay, so I'm going to edit now. So it's pretty intuitive. There's videos you can watch on how to do this, but I just found it to be very intuitive. Here's the thing. First, you put the URL that when somebody clicks on your ad, that they're going to go to. So in this case, it was the real estate company's investor center. My title was Invest Colorado Springs, because there wasn't enough letters for me to write Invest in Colorado Springs. Write what you want, all right? 10% cash flows. Secure your financial future with the best real estate in America. Okay, if you live someplace else, don't get mad at me. Use the same phrase, all right? Browse for an image that you want to have in your ad. What I did is I created a 15-year chart for Colorado Springs real estate. I did it in Zillow. Oh, wait a second, I went to their website. Okay, but this was basically a 15-year housing chart that looks really good. It makes Colorado Springs look really positive, much better than all the, you know, the stuff you see with Case Schiller. Then you have your targeting. All right, so you start with everywhere, and there's a gazillion billion people that are on Craigslist. I'm sorry, on Facebook. So now I say I want to narrow it down by city. So in this case, we're talking about Colorado Springs, Colorado. The number up on the right goes down to 344,000. Still too big. So now I change the age. Let's say 18 is a little bit too young. Let me go 25 to 40. Now my estimated reach is 208,000 people in Colorado Springs with Facebook accounts who match my profile here. Languages they speak, no. Interests. I put in real estate in here in the past and didn't get kind of results I wanted, but I'll show you. Watch. Real estate investing. I have to type it correctly. Here we go. Real estate investing. Now the reach is 80 people. Maybe it's worth advertising to 80 people. Maybe not, okay? Maybe I want to put entrepreneurship. That's the word I like for this, because you're looking for people who want to make money. Here there's 100 people, so I can add in entrepreneurship. I can add in real estate investing. Experiment with whatever makes sense to you. All right, and I'm adding up. Now I got 140 people. The bottom line is that I can now go in here, place this ad, and I can pay for either clicks, and this gives me a recommended bid of 83 cents, or maximum bid, suggested bid is between 47 and 69. The point here is that you indicate how much you're willing to pay to show up on Facebook on people's home pages when they fit this profile, all right? Or I can pay for impressions. So here I'm paying per click when they actually click on my ad. Here I'm paying just to have my ad show up, so the cost is less. Pick whichever one you want. The point here is now and you set a budget. So for maybe $5 a day, here is where that stuff shows up. So the ads show up here, all right? And here will be a chart that's in my ad. In the case, it would have a chart of Colorado Springs real estate. It'll say invest in Colorado Springs, and it'll say 10% plus cash flows, secure your financial future. All right, and if you pay per click, when they click, they're flowing into your investor center. Take a free class, you get the idea. All right, so hopefully somebody on this call is writing down, I'm going to try some Facebook ads because they're cheap, they're highly targeted, and nobody's really doing it in your town, and that's the beauty of all this. Nobody's doing any of this stuff in your town. All right, Google AdWords. It's the exact same concept, okay, exact same concept. So I'll just show you this real quick. You go to Google, you go to AdWords, and it'll bring you to Google AdWords, okay? Learn about this. It's the same principle, and what I want to show you, since we're harping on Colorado Springs, let me go back to Google again and just show you, remind you that your marketplace is starving for someone to do this. So if I, Colorado Springs real estate investing, all right, you've got very few people. This is where you'll be showing up, is over here in the sponsored ads, all right? And I've got some agents who are doing this, but it's not like, I mean, here's Tim Taylor, Success Coach. Is it Tim Taylor, the guy who was on that show, Home Improvement? What is this? Rich Dad Coaching. These are national people, okay? Most of these are national. When you're a local real estate practitioner and you show up here, the person searching for that is going to be more interested in talking to you, and they charge you based upon how narrow your search is. And so you pick a specific town and a specific, not just Colorado Springs real estate, but Colorado Springs real estate investing. It digs in deep, and it charges you much less for the number of impressions that you get. The CPA thing, here's something we learned that I want to pass along. We have in the course content and advice on reaching out to CPAs and financial planners for referral. While the financial planners are much less receptive than the CPAs. And the reason is the financial planners find this to be a competitive thing. All right, they don't want their clients pulling 200 grand out of their mutual funds or money markets in order to buy real estate. So they'll find all kinds of reasons not to answer your responses. CPAs, on the other hand, do respond well. Right? They are in the business, and they're meeting with all their clients in the next three months. They're in the business of helping their clients minimize their tax burden and secure their future. They think that the world of residential real estate investing is that jerk with the, the money sunglasses, okay? The whole world thinks of residential real estate investing as get rich quick. If you reach out and say, no, I'm all about get rich slowly, all right? I'd like to help you because I'm a professional. You're going to find the CPAs do not react with any sort of knee-jerk reaction in any fashion at all. And here we go. And we have the content for them. So CPAs and planners, pick one of these cards and just paste it into an email. And, we complement each other. It's a perfectly good card. All right? Send it out to CPAs and financial planners, or better yet, pick up the phone, call them, say, I want to stop by and show you some great investment property that I've analyzed for your clients who are trying to, invest and get tax benefits. All right? It's easy. Okay, now, social media, one of my favorite topics because of how many people in our industry do it so badly. I'll share a personal experience with you. My wife and I are thinking about moving, and I'm in real estate, so we're always thinking about moving, right? It's like a curse. But we're serious about it, and we're checking out different parts of the country that we have never really known about before. And so she goes on the message boards, and she's asking about these neighborhoods. It happens to be Charlotte, North Carolina, okay, Lake Norman in Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, so we ask, which kind of neighborhoods suit us the best? Can you tell us about this community, that community? What are the people like? And the people, the regular civilians, respond with, useful information. You know what the realtors say? I sell property in Lake Norman. Please call me. Here's my cell number. It's like that guy went to a seminar on social media, and he was told to go to citydata.com and troll the message boards for people who want to move there and then share your contact information. The information that comes from realtors is the most useless information that she finds on these boards. And she says, Greg, I don't understand. Why wouldn't they just answer my question and start a conversation? And the answer is they're trying to make an appointment this weekend. All right? So they're prospecting in social media rather than engaging social media. Well, one of the ways to engage in social media is through a survey. And so we have one that we're all going to do together. You've probably heard of SurveyMonkey. It's a very inexpensive way to build a survey online. It is proven hands down that when you put a survey out through Twitter, put a survey on Facebook, put a survey in your blog, put a survey out in an email blast, you can engage people. Okay, you're trying to engage them, not just write things to them, but get them to respond back to you. So we created a survey that you may recognize. This is the survey that mimics what was in the course. Remember in Module 1, we gave you like a 5 or 6 question survey that we wanted you to ask some of your friends and neighbors to prove to yourself that there were potential investors all around you? Well, we're going to do this together now. I'm going to be emailing everybody on this call, everybody in the organization. I'm going to be emailing you a link to this survey later on today. All right, so remember, the word of the year, engagement. Don't be intimidated by these people. You want to be an investment specialist. You have to talk to investors to get there.